It's the book of Matthew 26 and 41. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. All praise, glory, and honor be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Peace and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom unto the elect. All right, going into a quick lesson now. All right, well, maybe it won't be so quick. We'll see how the spirit has it go. But we're going to touch on this topic, all right, of breaking news. Okay, breaking news all over Twitter. Well, now it's X. A lot of even CNN is reporting that there's an explosion in Tehran, and Israel apparently, now, this is early reports, but this is what it's looking like has occurred. All right, based off these reports, and Israel is acknowledging that they're hitting military targets in Iran. And the timing couldn't be more perfect. All right, you have the election coming right up. All right, the Democrats, or the Democrips as I like to call them, they need something big to happen in order for them to maintain office, because from the looks of it, they're going to lose this election. So if war really breaks out, which we'll see what happens, we'll see what happens. If war were to break out, that would be a good reason for them to be able to shut down the election, which I'm not sure if I see that happening, but we'll see how it plays out, But that's what our job is, as we just read: watch and pray, watch and pray. Okay, and these current events that we see happening is the answers to our prayers. These current events that we see that we're witnessing right now is the answer to our prayers. So in the scriptures, the Iranians, and if you look at Iran, all right, Iran is a big country, man. Okay, it's situated between Pakistan, Afghanistan. Okay, and those Persians, the Iranians are the Persians in the Holy Bible. All right, they're being used for a purpose by Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, and they're allied up with those dragons of Arabia. Okay, which this whole conflict is enraging those dragons of Arabia. All right, but second, Slacky, you know what I'm going to go to? Second Ezra 15. Okay, and it mentions the Carmanians. Okay, which I'm gonna get to that when I get a chance. But we got Israel, which the scripture says, the least of the flock shall draw them out, dealing with Esau, Edom. And when you look at the population of the world, Edomites, so-called white people, make up a very small population of the world at large. But yet they act as though they're bigger than their britches. The scripture says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. So right now we're seeing the book of Obadiah playing out, aspects of it. Okay, because the book of Obadiah is speaking on judgment against Edom. And these Edomites, though they are such a small number in the vast population of the world, all right, we as Israel are the most numerous. So that's why a lot of people that are even being described as white people, they're really Israelites, all right, whose fathers slept with so-called white women, and now they look light skinned, or they look Italian, or they look like some of us Latin tribes, okay? But at the end of the day, they're still Israelites. But the smallest nation, the one that they even have trouble reproducing, are the Edomites, okay? Which it mentions thou art greatly despised, thou art small among the heathen. So them being that small among the heathen, but yet they're still trying to be calling all these shots, all right, and still trying to create all this turmoil. That's going to lead to what? World War III. All right, the second woe is past, and the third woe coming quickly. The third woe, the second woe being World War II, and the third woe being World War III. You got that guy Jason A, which he's pumping out videos on a regular basis, like a couple of days sometimes, one a day or a couple a day, and everything is about World War III and prophecy. But that dude, he don't break down those scriptures, he just gives you them current events. All right, but they'll say, yeah, this is something biblical happening, but he won't tell you how is it biblical, where in the Bible is it. See, that's why when you come to the real prophets of the Lord, you're gonna get the breakdown of everything that's going on. So you're not gonna be in the dark. You're gonna know, oh yeah, the Iranians, those are the Persians in the Bible. And if somebody asks you, if you watch these videos and the Spirit of the Lord is dealing with you, all right, you're gonna pay attention to these breakdowns, all right. But this is 2nd Ezra 15, okay. It says 2nd Ezra 15 and 30. It says, also the Carmanians, which are the Persians, okay, raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. And Iran said that if they are directly hit, all right, they're going to respond, and they're going to have a vehement response against Israel. Okay, if you look at the amount of land they actually have, those Amalekites, all right, those small hats over there in the land of Israel right now, they have a very small piece of that land, all right, and you have all of these nations around them, all right, those dragons of Arabia, those different nations, man, those Ishmaelite nations, those the Muslim world essentially coming up against them, and you have the Iranians, which is also part of that Muslim world, but they are the Persians. All right, you have the Iranians leading that charge. Okay, and they are invigorating and emboldening the other nations. Okay, and how are they able to do that? Because Ezekiel 38, you see, the scriptures is a puzzle, and we got all the pieces of the puzzle, man, to break down these things. The Lord gave it to us, but you have Russia, which is Gog and Magog, being a guard unto them. A guard unto them. And what does that mean? That means that they're protecting them. Okay? And also you had the BRICS summit just pop off. All right, the BRICS summit, which the BRICS is trying to oppose the power of Babylon the Great, NATO, the EU. Okay? So you had that BRICS summit, and look at the timing now. Now, after the BRICS summit is over, Israel decides, and with about a week and a half to the US election, they decide to go and hit Tehran, okay, which is the capital of Iran. All right, which again is those Persians. But remember, Russia has set up shop in Iran. Okay, it's not like they're just supplying them; they're actually in there. They have, I think it's called the S-400 missile defense systems and things like that set up, and they have Russian um, operators. All right, they have Russian servicemen in there. All right, because Russia knows that those Amalekites are the one pushing in Ukraine. So it's really Russia, those Edomites in Russia, Putin and those devils over there, fighting against the state of Israel, and it's a two-front war because really they're still trying to get at them through Ukraine, and also they're trying. Russia has set up shop in Iran, so everything is set. The table is set. You know, all of the pieces on the board as they're supposed to be for World War III. And that is the talk of the town. And 2025, you're going to hear it going into 2025. You're going to hear a lot of these talks of World War III. It's going to be constantly heightened tensions. All right. Even if they come to some kind of agreement, inevitably that's going to fall apart as well. And we're at the point where they're past negotiation and diplomacy. Now they're going straight to blows. All right. So these are beautiful times that we live in, man. But those Carmanians, they're going as the wild boars of the wood. All right, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. All right, America, Babylon the Great. They're also going to fire missiles upon this place. Okay, and they're going to be allied to those dragons of Arabia. So those other nations, you got the Lebanese, you got Lebanon, Hezbollah over there. Those are proxies for Iran. Okay, so they're all intertwined together. But this is a beautiful development, man. This is a beautiful development because it shows you that prophecy is accelerating, okay? And this year right now, look how fast this year went, man. There's only 2 months left, and it looks like the rest of this year is going to just be fireworks all the way out. From pretty much from here on out until the Lord comes back, things are going to continuously escalate. All right? That's what it seems like it's going to be. So we're at a very crucial point And that's why the scripture says for us to watch and pray. The watchman who's on the watchtower, we're in that strong tower, which is the name of the Lord, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, his son. All right, the ones that they call God and Christ. All right, his real name is Yahweh, the Most High God, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai. We're in a strong tower. All right, the watchtower, and the watchman has to be on point. The watchman has to watch for danger because we're here to warn you. All right, you elect, you elect brothers and a few sincere sisters out there. We're here to warn you so that you don't get too tied in with this world or get lulled to sleep by the comforts of this current life, and stay sharp and on point, knowing that destruction can come at any moment. All right, destruction can come at any moment. What does it say in First Thessalonians, the 5th chapter? All right, when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. So that's the time that we in. Sudden destruction will come upon them. Okay, they're going to be saying peace and safety. And remember, if Trump gets in there, Trump is super pro Amalek. He's pro Israel over there, and he's gonna definitely push the envelope. He's gonna definitely push the envelope, and he's gonna be very. He's gonna have more of a fierce response against Iran. Whereas the Democrats, they be on some like kind of pro-Israel, but they kind of represent Palestine too, you know. And they'll say, they'll be on some free Palestine. So I can see the small hats because they run everything. They're gonna probably put Trump up in there, man. That's what I see happening. I'm speaking as a man. It could be wrong, but he's up in the polls, it seems, and he's very pro-Amalek, and he's a bold devil, that Donald Trump. So he don't give a damn about who he offends. He'll go up in there and be super pro-Israel and not give a fuck about nobody. You see? And all of his followers, they're gonna use him as the false Messiah. It seems like more of a there's more of a setup and more of a push. I've even seen the left wing media kind of pressing Kamala because they already know that bitch is on the way out. But hey, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I've seen them pressing that bitch a lot. Even Anderson Cooper and things like that. Certain Democrats, they're acknowledging that this bitch is dumb as a rock. Okay, she really doesn't have the gift of gab. Obama was a fucking fool too. But at least that nigga, he knew how to string us together a sentence, and he could, give some slick talk and you know those grandiose speeches he would do, kind of get people, to fall asleep. But Kamala, ain't nobody going for that bitch. All right, if you vote for either way, you're stupid. But if you go vote for Kamala, you're a super fucking idiot. you know, just straight up. Just straight up. But we'll see what happens. But it seems like the play is set because Trump, he resist. MOTP. Remember, but if they got it, a lot of them, they're going to probably fall to the wayside. And that's Elon and Trump are buddy buddy now. They working together. So those staunch, Bible Belt Edomites, them super, red-blooded Christian Edomite devils and Jakes, because a lot of them Jakes, they support. A lot of Jakes are going to go vote for Trump, if they haven't already with early voting. But you got the perfect setup. So you got the perfect setup, it seems, and they're going to be able to use Trump to convince, because he's supposed to be the candidate of God, the godly man. These people are so damn stupid, man. These people are so simple. It's unbelievable how simple-minded. Well, for us, it's easy for us to say because the Lord woke us up. The Lord opened our minds to see things for what they are. We can see through all of the nonsense, but these people, they're still blinded. The God of this world has blinded them. All right, but you have that perfect setup where Trump can come in and with Elon, and they can stand up there and say, yeah, this is going to be for security, and people will be more okay because, Trump is a false messiah, remember, but for a lot of people in Babylon the Great America, they can use them. I don't really see, they could definitely use that bitch Kamala too, but she doesn't have those persuasive abilities. to sway. You know, Esau, remember, he's a cunning devil. He's thinking of how he can use these people for his end purpose at the end of the day, which is to get as many people chipped as possible. All right. I know I went off on a bit of a tangent, but it all ties together, you know, because again, Trump is going to be staunch against Iran. So I could see them putting him in there. Or, hey, man, the Civil War could pop off. If the Democrats, they might invoke one of those amendments says that if you're an insurrectionist, you can't be holding office of the presidency. So we'll see what happens. But this is what we're ultimately set up to do. So Rock 39:1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecy. So that's what we are. Where is things really heating up? Where is things really getting um, inflamed? You know, where is the places where things are really turning up? And from what we're seeing, the main hotspot right now is out there in the land of Israel. All right, dealing with Israel versus Iran. You have the Russians versus Ukraine, and the Russians again are stationed in Iran. So when that happens, it's not just Iran that's involved; it's all those other nations that are allied unto them. All right. So, you know, watch and pray. I'm going to go ahead and read this and I'm going to close it out with this one right here. Revelation 11 and verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So that World War III is loading right now as we speak. All right, so with that, I'm going to go ahead and give all infinite praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachak Wadash. Hey, Shalom to the next one.